What's up everybody and welcome to the Scar LK pistol by Doombased. So this is another one of those really high quality weapon mods. Doombased does make some really good content and this was recently ported over to the Xbox One as he's been doing with a lot of his mods. So taking a little bit of a closer look, as you can see this is a really well done and high quality weapon. Again, as I did say, we do have one of the camos on it right now, but let's actually go to the workbench and we'll check out some of the other features of this weapon. So now bringing the weapon to the workbench, we're going to see a lot of its customizability options, and you'll see it's a lot of like his other mods, or if you've played any of the other Doom-based mods, which I'm sure you have because they are really popular. So in the receiver section, we do have all the stereotypical kind of, you have your calibrated, hardened, automatic, etc., etc. All these are firing the same round, and then obviously the powerful automatic receiver and the advanced receiver being the best. The advanced receiver being semi-automatic, and then obviously the powerful automatic receiver being fully automatic. And then we do have three different barrels. So we have the short barrel right now, and then a medium and longer barrel. Obviously this is going to change the range and accuracy. We also do have a few different stocks. So right now we are using the medium stock. We also have a long and short stock, and again, pretty standard stuff. I'm sure you could guess what all of that does. Then we do have the same thing with the magazines, although these I do really like because they all have kind of cool textures. So as you can see, the large magazine isn't just an elongated version of the other magazines, they actually look a little bit different, and even the quick eject magazine looks a bit different than the other one. So as you can see, we have the quick eject mag, just the normal quick eject mag, and it has a different texture, which I do really like. So now we have the standard sights, and as you can see, there are a plethora of scopes you could put on this thing. So we have some recon combat scopes, we have some long recon scopes, you have medium scopes, long scopes. These weapons do have a ton of customizability options, and it just makes them a lot more fun to use in my opinion, because you can really make it your own. Granted, it is an assault rifle, but you can diversify it, make it a shorter range assault rifle, longer range assault rifle, or just keep it at medium range. So on the muzzle, you do just have a suppressor and a muzzle brake. So again, pretty standard stuff right there, nothing too crazy. We don't have any zoom, and the way this works is, so if we go back to the scopes, as you can see, if I could find the scopes, there you go, you can actually change the scopes based on different things. So as you can see, if we put on some of these other scopes, if I put on a short night vision scope and I go, there's no zoom. Basically, when you put on those recon scopes, you'll unlock that little zoom customizability option. That's why, I don't know, it's something he does with his mods. It is really cool. So as you can see, we have the zoom back, and then if we take this off and let's say we put on a medium scope, suddenly, oh, I went too far. But suddenly, as you can see, no more zoom. So finally, the last two are probably the coolest options with the mod. You have the caliber conversion. So obviously we have 38, 45, 308, and 50 caliber. So obviously all these do pretty substantial differences on damage. We do have the powerful automatic receiver. So this isn't the most powerful. You could actually get a, if you want the single strongest, you know, per shot damage, as you can see with the 50 caliber, you'll do almost 100 damage per shot, which might not sound really all that much, but you know, you still do have a pretty big 30 round magazine, or with the larger magazine you could probably even have a bigger one. So that's, you know, again, quite a bit of damage, especially with the 308 as well. So it is well balanced though. That's the one thing I do want you guys to take out of this. It's not going to be like super broken. We are using the strongest stuff here, and you can only get it to 100 damage, where some other mods out there, Call of Modern Weapons or Modern Firearms, you could probably break 200, which is a little bit ridiculous if you ask me. And then finally, probably again, one of the coolest parts is you could change all the different camos. Maybe not the coolest parts, but I just think the camos look really nice on the gun. It really make it shine and stand out, as because, you know, we've all played Call of Duty at one point, and having a little throwback to that does not hurt. So now I'm going to go around and customize some of these. We'll make them into my own, and then we'll go try them out in action. So in case it wasn't super clear, what the hell? In case it wasn't super clear what I meant with the scopes before, I will show you that now. So right here we do have just a normal reflex sight, and as you can see, it's just not really zoomed in at all. But then if we switch over to the combat scope that I was checking out before, as you can see, this one zoomed in 4.5 times. So we get a really zoomed in look. Even though the scope isn't necessarily magnifying anymore, it's just our screen as a whole is much more zoomed in. Now if we compare this to this one is zoomed in 1.5 times, as you can see, we're just not nearly as zoomed in on the screen, although it is, you know, it's still magnified. It's not the same as this one where it doesn't zoom in at all. But yeah, so hopefully that clears things up if there's any confusion. But now let's just get into other stuff. So here I actually wanted to give you guys a little bit of a closer up view of the different camos. So as you can see here, we do have the blue camo right here, the blue hex camo. Next up, we do have the green hex camo, and then finally we do have the tan hex camo. There's actually one more, but I don't have it. You know, that's just the normal blue and green that don't look as cool. So yeah, I just wanted to show you those. They look really nice in my opinion. I especially like the green one. I think that one looks just really sharp, but really all three, they're really high quality and a good texture. So now I'll show you what I actually did with all the different weapons. So as you can see with this one, I did do a powerful automatic receiver. So this is kind of just your normal, you know, running gun. It's almost more like an SMG. It has the short barrel and everything is more or less just short on it. It does have the reflex sight and it is firing a 45 caliber round. So then next up we do have this one. This one's supposed to be more like your, if you were going to use it as a DMR, even though I don't really think this weapon could be used as a DMR, but I put the long barrel, long stock, everything about it is just longer. It's meant to be longer range, so it is not firing full auto either. So then we also do have this one, which has basically everything maxed out. So if you just wanted the highest stats possible, it has no muzzle, so that's something I should note, but it does have the 1.5 zoom, has the largest mag, fully automatic, 50 caliber, long barrel, long stock. Also, yeah, this other sniper-ish one is a 50 caliber, and then we have a 38. So this one is more of just, it's an advanced receiver 38, and it's silenced, and it's meant to be kind of just like you could shoot it fast and all stuff like that. There's no scope or anything, but a more realistic and moderate version of the weapon. So let's actually try this out in action. I'm going to turn off my HUD because that's more fun. As you can see with the recon scope, you could actually mark your enemies, but I like having the HUD off. And let's turn on these enemies. I placed down a bunch of legendary raiders down there. And oh god, that guy has a Gatling laser. So yeah, I'm going to try and take some pot shots at them. And I am using again, the DMR version right now. So this is 50 caliber, long, semi-automatic. It has a long scope, I'm in god mode. It has a long scope and a long stock, so the stock is fully extended. And I don't have a stupid amount of 50 caliber rounds, so I got to be a little bit careful. And these guys are a little bit tough. All right, I'm gonna use VATS to try and kill that guy with the Gatling laser. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but better than nothing, right? All right, no, that's not happening. So we're gonna run over that hill because I would rather not die. Let's be a little bit careful here. We do have Vivid Weathers and what's the other one? Not Vivid Weathers. Vivid Weathers and True Storms installed, so that's the like rain and stuff. I can only get one shot off this way, so let's try and blow him away a few more times. And it looks like I am getting kind of blasted here. Oh, one of the dogs did come and try and kill me. So let's shoot him up a few times. And these guys are way stronger than I thought. I don't know, normally I take care of these types of enemies, no problem. But even this one, this is like the fully automatic 50 caliber one. And I'm really struggling here. Or no, this is not the fully automatic 50 caliber one. Alright, so at this point I turned the HUD back on. I did start to run away a little bit because I am actually getting destroyed. And as nice as it looked without the HUD, it is frankly a lot easier to see where they all are with that little setting change, or the feature of the recon scope. So we may not gimp ourselves further, and I'm in immortal mode, that's why I'm not dying. So and I did hotkey some stim packs because clearly I need them. So let's try and take out this like little separate group of raiders. I am switching now to, this is the fully upgraded 50 caliber automatic one. So I'm gonna run out of 50 caliber ammo if I use this one too much, but as you can see, it does a decent amount of damage. Again, these are legendary raiders, so they're not really anything to joke around with. And for the automatic version, shooting in the leg. Okay. But for the legendary version of these raiders, you definitely want, or I'm sorry, for the fully automatic version of this gun, you're definitely going to kind of need a like a large mag, because if you could just see, look how fast this thing freaking shoots. I can't hit them, but look how fast it shoots. It does do a lot of damage though when you actually get up and close like this. So again, probably not best to be used as a DM. What? Did I hit her? I didn't even use a melee attack. Interesting. So we could just spray and pray a little bit because we are getting more or less decimated by these guys, but that's okay because we can't die. So we could just go run back up on hills and stuff. Actually, maybe we should just go run back. So that's the semi-automatic one. So this is the more moderate. This is firing a 45 caliber round, and it's like not super OP. Not that the other one's super OP either, but this is probably the more realistic use of this. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be able to just spray that many bullets. Also, as you can see, that's something I did forget to mention before. when you do use the different calibers, even though these are both large mags, as you can see, I have more ammo with the 45 caliber compared to the 50 caliber. The large mag on the 50 caliber was only 50 bullets, where on the 45 caliber it is 65. And let's try the other one. So this is the moderate version. This one actually is silenced though, so that makes it kind of cool, I guess. But this one's probably not going to do that much damage. But I wanted to get a little listen to the silencer there, and let's see if we can't actually kill anyone with this. I don't know if we're going to be able to, because this one, definitely not the strongest. I keep shooting people in the arm, and we can actually go for a critical shot right there. In the arm nonetheless. So let's finish her off with, oh. See, like, I didn't actually do that. It's kind of interesting. Maybe I have a perk for that. I don't know. I'm playing on a different character right now, so I don't really know what's my setup or what kind of perks I have. So let's finish him off, and then we'll pop another stim pack because I'd rather not die, frankly. But see, like, in a situation like this, I almost feel like this is the fully automatic 50 caliber one. So this is like the just stats, everything upgraded. But look at the texture of the gun, even though you can't see it. But when I took it out, it just looks really nice. And yeah, like right there, when you're reloading, it is a really good looking gun. So big props to the mod author for that. I really like how that came out. And oh my god, there's so many more. So we're going to try and finish them off in a second. I'm going to run up on this hill really quick, and we could switch back to the DMR version. That's not the DMR version. That's the DMR version. And try and take as many shots as I can. And apparently I don't have the best aim, so we got to work on that. But it's just not, you have to fire a lot of shots of this. They're not high damage bullets. How am I not hitting her? I don't know. But that one we can almost take out. So let's finish that one off in the far distance there. And pop another stim pack. We are reducing their numbers greatly. Running and gunning definitely seem to help us quite a bit. So let's try and take her out. Oh my god. There you go. So we did finish her off right there. And how is the guy with the laser, or the Gatling laser, still alive? That's insane. So we're just going to go run and gun. We're going to go. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to pop stim pack. Here you go. So we're almost out of ammo. Let's finish off the guy with the Gatling laser. Or the girl, actually. And we'll switch back to the DMR version of the rifle. But it's almost like zoomed in too much. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Never mind. I forgot they used the same ammo. So we go to the 45 one. That is probably the more realistic, moderate one. And as you can see, yeah, that big clip definitely helps you out a lot here. Because, you know, even though I'm like mowing them down, these aren't like easy enemies to kill. They're definitely pretty strong. I mean, they're only raiders, so they're not super scary. But again, scary enough where I'm doing a lot of damage with this gun. That makes me it makes me think it's not overpowered, but it's not underpowered either, even though I'm struggling a little bit. That's probably my own doing. So we could pretty much kill him, as you can see, with one clip there, if I actually hit everything. And it wasn't all headshots either, so that's pretty good, considering 45 ammo is relatively easy to come by. So let's blow him away as well. And as you can see, definitely having a lot more success with the run and gun methodology. So let's see if we can get a few cooler VAT shots on this guy. And oh, okay, so we're gonna shoot him in the head. Shoot him in the head again. Did we really miss? We're like 5 feet away from him. How did we miss there? That's a little bit depressing, but that's okay. So we finished him off. I think we only have one enemy left, so let's switch back to the 38 caliber. Oh no, yeah, we do. I was gonna say, do we have none left? So let's switch back to the 38 caliber silenced version. Oh, is this semi-automatic? Yeah, this is semi-automatic. So we can just shoot him a bunch of times. As you can see, I think this is only have a medium mag even, but that is that. And yeah, you know, it's a really good looking gun, without a doubt. And it does function quite well. The animations and everything work fairly well. I mean, you got the charging handle and all that. You can pull back, or the cover thing, whatever. And yeah, still a really good gun, definitely nice, especially on consoles. I think it's one of the better Xbox One weapons out right now. Definitely recommend you guys check it out. As always, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.